your stats deck to believe there is honor among thieves. Invoke your patrons to mighty deeds. There is honor among thieves. There is honor among thieves. Honor, gaming others. Honor, gaming others. When the deaths are cold and your luck is low, there is honor among thieves. When your cleric's down and your halfling's slow, there is honor among thieves. There is honor among thieves. Honor, gaming others. Honor, gaming others. So put your stats deck to believe there is honor among thieves. Invoke your patrons to mighty deeds. There is honor among thieves. There is honor among thieves. Honor, gaming others. Honor, gaming others. When the deaths are cold and your luck is low, there is honor among thieves. When your cleric's down and your halfling's slow, there is honor among thieves.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Honor Among Thieves. I'm excited to be back for the first time in I think like 2 months. I feel like I've taken an extended hiatus, so I'm very happy to see everybody again and welcome all y'all into the chat. Hopefully, you're ready for another fun show. In case you didn't notice, we are going to be flying without our normal leads tonight. Unfortunately, Martin and Andrea are off in Alabama discovering the wonders of space travel. So tonight, I will be kind of hosting the show here, and as you see, we've got a special guest in tonight to help us get along. Elena's here. So
Welcome to the den of thieves.
You always hear me in the
welcome.
background, first time being here, so thank you.
Yeah, of course. Glad to have you. So we'll go through introductions real quick because I realize maybe if there's newcomers, they don't even know who I am. So hello, everybody. My name is Hayden Hodge. I am a member here at the Goodman Games crew. I will be our judge for this evening. I like to help out with different things at Goodman Games, help out with the booth at the conventions. I'm a regular here on our live stream, Honor Among Thieves. I am starting to cut my jib this year as a writer for the first time and have tried to help out with some of the media formatting and logistics of our projects before. So that is the quick and dirty on me. Kate, tonight you are the only representative of the Buniki side of the equation. Introduce yourself.
I know, I feel so free. My name is Kate, and so I am a family member of our two leading folks who are absent tonight. So it's like, yay, we get to play without them. Anyway, and so yes, I'm a friend, family member, and fan of Gaming Honors, and I've been very bad about it lately, but I make Instagram updates for Gaming Honors, and I've done some of our music intros for the show here. And I'm so excited to have Alana on with us on screen this time. Um, yeah, and that's about it.
Incredible. Glad to have you as always. And then Mr. Hodge Sr., how about you?
Hola, I'm Lance. I'm one of the Gaming Honor Gang. I'm a thief in the den. I do illustration. a little bit of writing. I'm working on my second adventure right now, which is a lot of fun. And that's about it for me.
All right. And then our special guest, finally, in front of the camera, out of the producer's chair and into the fire. Elena, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm super excited. Yeah, so we kind of came to this conclusion this past, Thursday or something? We were like, oh, Martin and Andre are out. Who are we gonna have
Yeah.
as an extra person? And I just was
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, I'm around. I'm always here. I haven't been on the show yet, so I might as well cut my, have the good trial by fire on see if I can actually do these riddles like I think I can every week, and see if there's something in my massive pile of junk that maybe Eli's hanging out on top of, that, I can use for So You Think You're a Peasant. I can get the Pallet of Filth, and you won't get it this time, Kate.
I'd be happy to lose it to you.
You're
But not
throwing down the
Lance.
gauntlet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it down. I'm here to play.
There you go. The golden chum bucket and the pallet of filth. They're ready. They're here for the taking.
Yes, so for any unaccustomed viewers, you can hear we always are scrambling for the highest quality of prizes on this show.
It's the best. It's the best. But I realized I didn't actually introduce myself, so I should probably do that. In case you don't know, not only am I the producer of this show, I produce pretty much any stream that you see on this channel. I'm that person in the background. I am Vitani Maru in the chat. I'm also a marketing assistant with Goodman Games, so that entails a lot of blog post writing, social media post writing, and videos to edit, and also other things that entails whenever they throw them at me.
Yes, always glad to have you helping us facilitate this live stream. We could not do it without you. You do a knock it out of the park job. So glad that we
I
can
wish-
finally.
I wish you guys could hear. I know that's that Zoom does it out, but just when you said that for Goodman Games, it thundered here really loud. It was like a Scooby Doo episode, like.
Dark bastard.
Well, we won't say that I have power over the gods, but I am not going to deny it either.
That was funny.
The voice from the ether, Joe Goodman.
Yes.
Joe Goodman. Oh boy. All right, well, guys, I think we can go ahead and get rolling. So, oftentimes when we kick off this show, we jump into a segment where we start looking at some of the things that have been happening in the sphere of Goodman Games and gaming honors lately. And tonight is no different. We will roll into our first segment for tonight. So then, what happened?
So then what happened? And what happened?
Alrighty, so one of the things that we talked about 2 months ago, where we had our last episode where we weren't talking about Dungeon Con, was Goodman's backing campaign for Dungeon Denizens, and we are happy to just put the book closed on that and tell all of you that Dungeon Denizens, of course, funded with flying colors, and I know that week after week after week we were continuously talking about how there were stretch goal unlocks for new monsters depending on how much funding the project got. So I believe that when all was said and done, Dungeon Denizens 2 came out with 11 monsters that all got stretch goal funded, which was super duper exciting. There was enough funding in there to unlock the Market Dragon. And I wanted to remind everybody, even though I know we mentioned it a couple times before, that good old Martin, our lead writer, has a big old essay in one of the big add-ons to the project called How to Write Even Better Adventures. So, if in the future you know that you just need more of Martin's wise words and feel like you're not getting them enough on the live stream, then How to Write Even Better Adventures would be a wonderful opportunity to hear his 2 cents on the adventure writing and creative ideation process, which I'm excited to check out and just imagine his chipper voice and his wordplay and song puns in my head while I read through what he has to say about adventure writing.
That is a
Um,
good
I know, and I
point.
don't have any
Smiley
preview
words of
of it.
wisdom.
Yeah, I don't have a preview or anything, but I bet if I know my brother, it's more than 2 cents worth. It's probably at least 25.
25 cents.
It's also one
Full
of those
quarter.
things. You make a good point. How many puns are going to be in there?
I know, like, does it? That's the question that you want to check it out for. Does it read like Martin in the show, or does it read like Martin when he's writing? And are those different? Where do
And
the
then,
differences lie?
is that different from Martin as a professor?
Yeah, so that, I mean, there's a lot of Martins. And because I can only say a little bit about it because although I've bought them, I've not really finished reading them. But he has written academic books, and I can tell you those don't have any puns, which is why
Oh
I have not
man.
finished them.
Uh, you know what?
He was just telling us the other day. Oh, I'm going to get this wrong, but he got a royalty check for his academic books, and I
Ooh.
think he said that it was $70 for what, 10 years, something like that.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
seems about right.
that's
Yes.
right. Those
Although actually, I can say
$70.
as someone who gets some royalties for some recordings, that's pretty darn good. Because for music, $70, you don't get that. It takes a lot.
Oh yeah, we got. I also, so we had an album in one of the bands that I was in, and my cut of the royalty check last time I think was about 73 cents.
Yeah. Yes.
Tough.
The double
Awesome.
digits are on the other side of the dot when it comes to my
Exactly.
royalties.
Where's that decimal point there? It gets you every time.
You know, with all this questioning on the many facets of Martin, I'm now very disappointed that I didn't add a section to the outline just called like our new segment, Martin Bunicki Dissected.
Martin,
I'll write the intro.
Yeah. Now,
Martin.
now that he's not here, it's almost like we're talking about him at a funeral.
Yeah.
Do you
Let's
remember
all
when
the
he made all of those vegetable puns?
That's 10 sitting over here.
Let's
You can
ask
be
all
sure
the
he's
questions.
making a ton of those puns in Alabama at about space right now. Sure, his family's loving it.
He did say that he became an astronaut.
Yo,
It's true.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, thank you to anybody who backed Dungeon Denizens to a very exciting campaign. And we'll go a little more local now, talking about another campaign that has wrapped up since the last time that we talked about it, which was the Curse of the Dregdemore adventure that Martin and a good friend of the show, Dustin Ritchie of the Roll Seekers, were working on together. And I believe last time I checked in that the project had, of course, funded successfully and reached several of its stretch goals. The most recent one that had been surpassed by the time that it concluded, it looked like they just broke over their $5,000 mark, which was very exciting. And the $5,000 unlock was a class that anybody who backed the project should hopefully be able to look forward to called the Ethomancer, a type of soul magician, including extra artwork and illustrations and new items and locations, along with the Ethomancer unlock. So I always just, you know, I love character customization stuff in games. I always find it a ton of fun to have new options for your characters. So I think on behalf of Martin, on behalf of Dustin, thank you to anybody who showed interest in that project or told anybody about it. Very exciting to be able to, I think, even from his end, to be able to collaborate with other creators and come up with fun new ideas and ways that things can get published. So I'm really excited to read this kind of nautical scary adventure and see the cool things that they came up with.
I want to get an Ethomancer and then get high enough level so I can drive the Soul Train
Ah.
to Rajasthan. I'll be taking the wizard van on with my Soul Train.
I've been sitting here, you've been thinking about songs, and I've been sitting here going, how would I make a pun out of that? Like, what kind of name could I make an Ethomancer? And then the only thing that came to my brain is, it is so lame. The only name that I came up with, Ethan, oh man. that is his name.
Ethan Oman.
I like Ethan Oman. You could write
I'm
a
a
song about Ethan Oman.
soul wizard.
He's a soul wizard. That is such a cool sounding class, though.
Yeah, yeah. It feels like a fun kind of middle ground just from immediate description. Between, I don't know. I mean, is it psionics? Is it more kind of like the innate aspects of clerics or something like that? It sounds cool. Sounds really cool. I hope you can get a little like spirit companion or something like that. I'm excited to see what they do
Ooh.
with it.
My
Little.
spirit animal is a wombat.
And for anyone who's wondering from his trip, Martin's is now a trash panda because they discovered a local sports team in Alabama whose mascot is the trash pandas.
Oh, the trash panda. Very nice.
Yeah. Uh, I can't wait for him to link all the things that he discovers to a traveler campaign next time we show up and talk about all the new ideas that he's going to force in on our next campaign.
Very good.
Yeah. Anyway, moving back over to Goodman Games for a second. So I know that there was a lot of discussion when Lance and I weren't here last time about Dungeon Con, but I wasn't sure if we hit on another campaign that is dropping pretty soon, and that campaign is the long-awaited re-release of the City State of the Invincible Overlord setting that has not, I think, seen a re-release in several decades, and that I heard a lot of murmurs about. But for anybody who isn't aware, that was announced at the end of Dungeon Con. We got to see some absolutely awesome new artwork of the cover for that new setting release from Doug Kovacs, and I'm pretty intrigued. Like this is, I know, Dad, that this is a property that you and the rest of the guys were talking about having some very fond memories about way back in the
Oh
day.
yeah.
Yeah,
Super,
we hadn't.
super psyched. We played a ton in the Wilderlands in the city state.
Yeah,
Many,
so
many campaigns.
yeah. And I know that that element of revisiting that setting is something that a lot of the guys from Gaming Honors were really excited about. Elena, you got any other insider details to share, or are we just gonna have to wait and see what we can start getting our paws on when the backer campaign finally drops?
Well, the only thing that I know of, because I'm not part of the creative process on any of these, but I do know that it's going to be a $200 box set. So it is a chunky boy. And it is being released for both DCC and 5e. And all I can say is keep an eye on that landing page, and you'll know when it launches. That's even I don't know when it launches.
Fair enough.
I'm glad that it relaunched because the last time that we all interacted with it, we destroyed the city state completely, like nuclear magical bomb wiped off the map. Invincible Overlord, not so invincible. So now with the re-release, we can hit the reset button and not have destroyed the world.
It's just gonna be 10 penny towers all over again.
Man, I'm gonna have to quickly burn through my reading of all the Caverns of Thracia stuff that I bought from Dungeon Con in time for this to drop.
Yeah, Joe's production schedule's getting out of control now. I've got hardcover books that still have cellophane on them.
We need to schedule speed reading sessions to start getting through all the content. That's awesome. All right. Well, that covers, I think, the projects that we wanted to talk about immediately, but I, unfortunately, missed something a couple of weeks ago where Mr. Lance Hodge here got to run the guys through a playtest of some new creation that he's been workshopping for a while now.
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah.
For anybody that played all chimeras, great and small, it's sort of in that uh, general universe. And oops, sneeze. Excuse me,
Bless you.
allergies are killing me. Yeah, so this is a level 4 adventure that takes place upriver from where the other one finished off.
Mm.
And
Cool.
I'm pretty excited about it. I like it a lot. The guys had a good time. Probably got another session or two to play.
Yeah. Any wild and wacky standout moments from your guys' session?
Yeah, oh yeah. Um,
This is an ominous. Oh
so
yeah.
Rob's character had some situation where he is uh, incredibly physically altered from his previous form, um, on the good news, bad news type of scale. So he's got all kinds of crazy increased damage resistance and strength and stuff like this. Um, However, he can only move like 5 feet per turn. Has atrocious agility and always strikes last no matter what. So that was fun watching him deal with that.
That sounds like a very unique character build.
It was well, he did something and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this." And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, then this happens." So pretty
All
fun.
right. Battle
So are
Turtle.
And
you
then let's see what else happened. And yeah, and a huge section of a cavern collapsed on him. But because he was in the current form that he's in, it really didn't seem to bother him, and he actually ate his way out of the rubble because he can eat minerals and chew rocks in his current form as well. So a lot of fun.
So is he doing that with his hands, or did he just like get a big spoon and start scooping it like
I'm
cereal?
not sure, depending on where his hands were, he might have just, like, just
So
kind of
like
like
a
Pac-Man
worm.
it out of there. Yeah, like Pac-Man. For a worm.
There's a character from the Artemis Fowl series who this sounds kind of like, who was portrayed in a movie by Josh Gad. He's a dwarf, and he can eat his way through minerals and dirt as a dwarf, and then he rapidly poops all the dirt out so he can tunnel underground like a gopher. Um, I'm kind of getting this Artemis Fowl dwarf guy image in my brain.
I can't believe you
Any
just pulled
resemblance to
that.
Artemis Fowl Dwarf Guy is strictly coincidental and has nothing to do with the writing of this module.
I can't believe you pulled Artemis Fowl out of your head like that. That is an IP I completely forgot about because that movie
Wow.
was atrocious. But
I
I
mean,
remember reading
yeah.
those books.
Yeah, well, how often do you have a character that eats minerals? I mean, that's pretty.
You got me there. I think the
Yeah.
movie just put such a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, okay, this gets locked away.
Uh,
That's in the nostalgia pit for later.
just full mental block.
You
That's
can
tough.
disable those characters by feeding them Tums or Rolaids. Your stomach acid starts to fail.
Block everything
Get
up.
blocked up. Plugged up.
All right. Well, if Rob comes back with a character named Mulch Diggums, you call me because then I'm going to start having some real questions about where he's getting his ideas from.
Can you dig it?
Yes, you can. All right. Well, I think that covers some of the things that have been going on recently. So now let's stop looking to the past. Let's look to the future. And let's see the things that are coming down the pipeline in the upcoming weeks and months in our next segment. I scry with my little eye.
I scry with my little eye.
Alrighty. First and foremost, Andrea made you a promise a few weeks ago, and that promise was that surveys for metal gods of the apocalypse would be going out very soon. And true to her word, metal god surveys have gone out. And I am proud to announce that I filled mine out today, and I would strongly recommend that anybody who has not yet filled out their metal god survey go and do that as quickly as possible because getting all that stuff finished faster means that we can ship out adventures faster to all of you who have been waiting to get your items from your backer kit funding. So please check your inboxes if you haven't seen the Metal God survey come out yet, and you should have that in your inbox and be able to fill it out lickety split.
I filled my survey out as well.
We are very happy to hear that. I wish that I could tell you all how far along we are in survey fulfillment, but I think that that's more of an Andrea metric, so we're just going to have to wait and hear how fulfillment went in a couple weeks, I suppose. I'm
Yeah,
very
it was
sorry
hard
that I
enough
can't.
for us just to get everybody's camera and sound working today with all the crazy sunspots and whatnot that's going on. It's the
Yes,
apocalypse. It's the
guilty as
metal mask
charged.
apocalypse.
You know, between that and all of the voices coming out of the sky that I heard about earlier, I think Kate, you were talking about thunder flashing at key moments
Yep.
during our conversation. Starting to wonder about omens on this live stream tonight.
Hayden, I have to comment that I don't think this particular view has ever been seen before on the show. You're in a new locale, buddy.
No, I think the last time I was on the stream 2 months ago, I had moved in like 4 days before and had my whole camera view blurred. So yeah, welcome everybody to my humble little home. You can see all of my messiness in my extended view of my entire apartment. This is like 80% of the apartment, so breathe it in.
How are you
Don't-
liking it?
Yeah. Yeah, how are you liking it? Cuz from what I'm seeing, it looks great even with the mess, but I can't judge. You guys don't get to see it cuz I shoved it strategically out of camera view.
Well done. No, I'm right there with you. I have lots of things shoved away out of the view of this camera, my bedroom right now. Nuts! It's awesome. You know, my friend came to spend the night a few weeks ago and she's like, "Whoa, this is awesome. Your apartment doesn't look like a hallway anymore.
That's true.
It actually
And
looks
he's
like a
got a
place that a
dungeon.
person lives in." And I was like, "Wow, thanks.
That's
That's
high
Moving
praise.
on up.
High
yeah,
praise.
that's
don't-
good to hear."
If you try to get into his apartment from the front street, literally it's a dungeon crawl. You go like underground in a dungeon. I'm serious. It's super cool.
So I'm getting that this is inspiration that you took and made into your adventure, Hayden.
Yes, yes, yes. The adventure of the haunted backyard apartments.
It sounds like a speakeasy. Like you have a speakeasy apartment.
Oh,
You
I
gotta
should
like
She
knock,
kinda
go underground, knock 3 times, bring an egg.
Yeah, I should set one up here and start running it out of this place. And first go through the gate next to the building and cross under the stone archway.
Paint
you
your
come
front
to the
door.
When you come to the house in the back, you must knock 3 times.
Paint the front
knock
door to
3
look like a
times
bookshelf.
on the ceiling if you want
Yeah.
to. Twice on
Yeah.
the pipes if the
Thanks for
answer
the-
is no. See, it's the Soul Train theme coming through.
We're gonna be
Gotta
here
play the-
forever. Like the Soul Train has not left the station, and it's not going to. It's like the New York subway station when there's a bad backup.
Soul
I
Train
mean,
is at platform 9 3/4, and it's staying there for now.
you're tweaking me out with the New York subway comment. I don't even need to go to New York for bad subway traffic. The train backup here in Chicago for the past 2 weeks has been the worst that I have ever seen it. I'm gonna get on my soapbox for a second. I went to the train station the other day and saw that a train was supposed to come in 13 minutes, and then I waited for 25 minutes. And then when it finally showed up, everybody got off and they said no one can get on the train. It's out of service.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Ah!
Oh, that's
I
awful.
went to the
Ugh.
train station the other day, and I'm still there.
I
I actually have them ship all of my minis. I'm streaming to you live from the train station.
It's one of those things where I would love to live in a big city because I like the idea of, like, you know, train transportation and not really needing a car to go anywhere because I have to go 40 something minutes to go get groceries, and that's a pain in the butt to drive through the mountains to get groceries and, like, sitting there in the middle of summer going, God, I hope my milk doesn't spoil on the way home. But at the same time, what you just described to me is exactly why I'd be pissed off living in a city. I love my small town. I just wish my small town was like 40 minutes closer to the Walmart.
That would be great. Yeah, I love my public transit when it's running. What I don't
Yes.
love is when they tell me that it's running and then I show up and it's not, and then I can't get anywhere.
During rush hour in Philadelphia when I lived there, the trains on the buses, it was the same thing where like it would be coming and it would come, but it was full. Like, and it would just happen for like an hour. Like every time
Mhm.
you'd see one coming, you're like, please, please, please. And then they just like kind of slow down and go, nope. Like walking.
The
Not cool.
the slowdown is the one that's insulting. It's like, why even slow?
Yeah.
Just keep driving. Like, you can't stop,
Nope.
so just go.
Yeah. No, they were always just like, sorry.
Rude.
At that point, they
Yeah.
just need like a sign that's just a middle finger that just like as they drive
Oh,
by, it's
there
like,
you go.
sorry, no.
Yes.
Tell me how
All
you
those
really
lucky
feel,
people in
public
it.
transportation guy. Imagine if all of them just like snidely waving at you as
Princess
I get to
wave.
ride this and you don't.
Yes.
Ugh. Yeah, Keith, if you really want to see the L go to hell, come and hang out in downtown Chicago and try to take a train on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh.
If you thought if you thought that you were a patient man, that is the ultimate test. Ugh.
Did you experience, wasn't there like a dust storm in the city? Were you anywhere near that? I saw it happened in Chicago, but I didn't know where.
No, I conveniently was not in Chicago when that was going on. But I did have a lot of friends who were going camping in Michigan who got to drive through it on their
Yeah.
way to the campsite.
It was
Uh,
it was crazy here. It was crazy.
Really? Oh, I didn't know it got you guys too.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Whoa.
it was like 60, 70 mile an hour winds, but it was bone dry. So it was just picking dirt up, and
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it here ever.
No,
It was wild.
crazy.
also, tornado warnings.
Oh, there was a bunch. Yeah, it was tornado warnings that day. I think they said here winds got up to 80 miles an hour, gusts.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, the
nasty.
views of the dirt, like of the dust, like that is a whole other like dust bowl nightmare.
Yeah.
Oof.
Glad you missed
Yuck.
it, Hayden.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, me too. Sounded awful. All right. Well, complaining about the weather and public transit now out of the way. Something else. Also, man, the passage of time. So, Gen Con's in 2 months.
Oh
Can we-
wow, that's coming up
Yep.
fast.
Can we slow
Boom.
down
I.
just a little? Just a tiny bit?
It's so close. This is like the first week I feel like I've been able to breathe since I moved. Gen Con in 2 months is just like
Crazy.
Keith
Yeah.
is telling us it's 60 days exactly. Why are you keeping
Wow.
that much of a track? Seeing that number scares me more than 2 months.
Yes.
Oh, Keith. Thanks, Keith. Yeah, but
Apparently
hey,
it's June.
Why?
My
Yes.
computer's telling me it's June 1st
Oh,
today.
man!
welcome to June 1st.
Oh, that means my birthday's coming up. Oh, no.
Oh, that's
Happy
I
almost birthday.
Yeah,
Woo.
thank you. I just had an existential crisis.
Oh, is it a
It's
big one?
almost
No, it's not. I have already
Oh.
had the 30. It's 31. It's still just,
Oh.
31 is still scary to say out loud.
Ah,
I
No,
don't
you
Yeah.
feel like
get
I've
in
been
your
on the
30s
earth
for
that
10
long.
years.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's true. I was in my 20s for 10 years. It was great. I want to go back to that. 30 it's treated me all right. Like, I still look good for 30. I'll take that. But,
Oh,
you know,
Yeah,
yes.
So you have that for so long still, don't even worry about it.
I'm not too worried. It's just now I have hit the moment of like, oh yeah, all those things my parents told me about, that when you start hitting 30 and 40, it does actually happen. Gaining weight
Well,
is
just
a lot
look
easier.
how gorgeous and graceful Kate and I are at our age, and I mean, you
Right.
can
You guys
you can
look
achieve
great.
this yourself.
I can
So
only
much
hope
to
you
look
look
forward
that
to.
good.
Dungeon Crawl Classics, your anti-aging supplement.
You're actually probably not wrong. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry to derail this. Talking about June just made me freak out. Gen Con in 2 months.
we got to get through Father's Day first.
Derail all the time. The Soul Train never. If it derails, it comes back on the tracks.
Yes. The track is like,
We're just gonna start.
Live footage of Lance pulling the handle on the track splitter to get the Soul Train back on track. Yeah. All right. Anyway, guys, the
Gen
most
Con.
important piece of information to help you maximize your Gen Con experience is to go by booth 167.
Yes.
167 is a number that you should remember because booth 167 is the booth that we at Gaming Honors are going to be at. And one of the cool things about booth 167 is it's right on the left side of the exhibit hall, and it's right down the lane from the Goodman Games booth as well. So you guys can go swing by the Goodman Games booth, chat with the Goodman Games people, get some cool Goodman Games products, and then you can run right down the lane to booth 167 and see us hanging out at our booth and check out our stuff. We are planning on having some of our new adventures from the past year ready to go by the time that we're there. So Exorcist and Metal Gods should be available and should be something you can check out. You can bring by your friends, you can bring by your family, you can bring by the gamer adjacent people in your life to check out some of our gamer adjacent merch and say hi because we love seeing you and love having people come in to visit. So hopefully we will all see you there and we'll be having a good time enjoying our booth.
Take advantage of the low, low prices at Gen Con for quality gaming honors products. Sure.
Are you guys gonna have the wheel? The discount wheel?
I was kind of wondering that myself.
TBD. I think we're gonna have to have some more conversations about if we're doing anything different for booth layout and booth setup this year.
I know we were doing the. I don't know if there's going to be room for the wheel because we're doing an Iron Maiden this year.
Oh, right.
That'd do it. Yeah.
For irritating customers.
And it's potential opt-in too. If you survive it, then you get a discount.
It's a whole roll the body theme.
Exactly. We're gonna actually have the tune playing on loop right next to the Iron Maiden out of a big speaker. You hear it booming inside the metal cage.
Oh, that's terrifying. I like it. That's just devious enough. I like that.
The last sound that you hear in this mortal
it's time
coil.
to roll the body. I love
Does
it.
that mean does that mean that I get to be haunted by Kate in the afterlife for the rest of my days?
I was gonna say that's the most you can ever hope for when you make music is that it'll haunt someone for the rest of their life.
Have you ever read The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe? Do you know the story, Hayden? With the thumping of the heart.
I might have read it back in like high school, but I don't recall the detail.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Kate's up there doing her thump 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 thump.
Oh, I'm getting this image in my head that heaven is listlessly drifting through the ether with Castaways on the Purple Planet playing in your ears. But then limbo is roll the body.
Or all of us very poorly before the show starts trying to remember the words to the lyrics of our theme song.
When your luck is low and your luck is low and your luck is really low.
Every time.
Good Lord. Okay, cool. Well, yep. So come by booth 167 at Gen Con. Stay away from the Iron Maiden if you feel like it. We won't make you go into it if you don't want to. That would be rude. But now I think we're going to roll along to a little bit of a test of wits for all of our contestants on the show tonight. I have drafted up some fun wordplay, and we are going to find out who wins tonight's Golden Chum Bucket in our next segment. Riddle me timbers.
Riddle me timbers. Riddle me timbers. Riddle me timbers.
All right, for anybody who is unfamiliar, let's talk about how Riddle Me Timbers works. So I have prepped 5 riddles for tonight as the riddle master. And everybody is going to hear these riddles, and then our contestants here are going to raise their hand if they think they have the answer to the riddle. But they need to answer in a pirate voice. And if they do give me the correct answer in their pirate voice, then we will roll for how many points they get. Also, audience, you can participate if you want to try to answer the riddles and show up our contestants. And everybody has one opportunity tonight to pirate some points. So after I do my roll, any contestant, including the one who I rolled the points for, can pirate the points, and if they say they're going to do that, I will roll a die. If the result is equal to or higher, then the pirate gets the points instead. We'll total up at the end, and we'll see who gets our golden chum bucket. Is everybody prepared?
Arr, I be
Arr.
prepared.
Arr! Then let's get into it. Here we go. Riddle number 1. An energetic friend for sure. Man worshipped it in times before. When absent you may feel forlorn. Who casts the rays when comes the morn?
Arr,
Alana! Arr!
be ye the sun?
Arr, I do indeed be the sun shining across the sky. So now, the sun be getting you D10 points. Let's see what you're coming up. You got 7 points.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. Seems like we're staying at 7 points. Hey, we got Venus boys keeping up.
They're
Good
too
on ya.
scared. They're too scared to pirate me
Arr.
points. They feel bad for the newcomer.
Landlubber.
Our producer's advantage. Riddle number 2, here we come. In rain or shine, it can assist. When used inside, you forfeit bliss. The wind may tell its fatal fate. What overshadows your dinner date? Lance!
Be ye an umbrella.
Arr! Yes, I be an umbrella.
Umbrella, Ella.
A?
Or the pirate version of
What's under
umbrella.
my
What the
umbrella?
world needs.
Under my umbrella, Ella, a.
Where's me sea shanty?
Points.
Arr, this be a new kind of sea shanty on these parts of the sea. Arr! The game be tiring up for a moment as Lance got 7 points on his D12.
Oh.
Arr. I be pirating no points.
Arr! Kate be pirating with this D12.
I
Let's
won't
see if you
share
can
my umbrella with you anymore, Kate.
match or beat the 7. Arr, Kate, you'll only be getting a 5. Lance be keeping his points.
Oh.
Sorry, your pirate and be burned. Arr, we got a good point here. That Elena can control when people talk.
Arr, I do be having the power.
Yeah.
Oh, the answer. What was
Don't-
that? Oh, his microphone's not working.
Oh no, we ran into more AV trouble.
Arr, ye be on mute. You'll lose your turn.
The internet be crapping out. We'll have to keep going. Very unfortunate. All right. I think it's time for riddle
Great
number
answers.
3.
You go first.
All right, for the D14. A crumbling mass of discarded debris, so hot then so cold, what are you to do? Endpoint for many indomitable seas, but if parking you seek, well then you might be screwed. Of what do I speak? Kate?
Be ye a dumpster?
No, I be not a dumpster.
They always be in the parking spots I want.
Oh, yes.
When living
And
in the
this show always be a dumpster fire, so.
No, I be not the port Keith. I'll run through it again. A crumbling mass of discarded debris, so hot then so cold, what are you to do? Endpoint for many indomitable seas, but if parking you seek, well then you might be screwed.
I don't know the answer, but it's funny.
This be a toughie, I suppose.
Arr, I give it a go.
I see the light of critical thinking flashing in Elena's eyes. What do you got for the guess?
Are ye be an iceberg?
No, I be not an iceberg. Lance, what was your guess?
I was going to say Grumpus.
No. I'm going to be giving the points here to John Edwards, because John Edwards be pretty darn close on it. The answer I was looking for was a beach, but I will take the shore, as it's
Ah.
pretty much the same thing.
Oh, that
Because
was very clever.
the beach is hot and then it's cold, and in my personal experience, you can never find any freaking parking when you're going to the beach.
It's a very good riddle.
I may be a pirate, but I don't go to the beach very often.
Arr, that's to be fair.
You'll always
that's
be
to
at
be fair.
sea.
I'm
The
always in
briny.
the sea. I don't
I
like
do
to be
believe-
on land.
I do be living on the shores of Lake Michigan, so I guess I have a proximity bias. All right, John Edwards.
I've got PTSD from the time I drank too much rum, and the seas were rough, and I fell overboard, and then I woke up with a bunch of seaweed in my mouth, and I was beached on a desert island all by myself.
And that's when you
I
found your
had to
mermaid
get a
wife.
coconut and paint a face on it and make it my friend.
All right, and the whole time I was thinking, I'm stuck on this crumbling mass of discarded debris. I hope someone asks me a riddle about this one day. All right, John Edwards. It be your time to shine with a big old roll on your D14. John, you be getting 5 points right now.
I'll be pirating those 5 points.
Arr, John. Pirate Lance be pirating your points. Here goes a roll. And Lance be getting 12 points. I'm sorry,
Darn good.
John.
Darn
He
good word.
stole 'em.
Pirating. Pirating. Pirating? Pirating?
Party?
What's
Just say it with an
what's
accent.
was yours is now mine.
Pirating?
Rolling out of
Pirating?
town on the Soul Train tracks.
The through line of Soul Train. Good lord. All right, moving on to riddle number 4. Let's see if we've got enough soul to get through these last 2 riddles. Here we go. Your negligence necessitates that you pay. This consequence shows by the end of the day. Peeled like an orange, but of a deeper shade. If you did not lube up, then you should be afraid. Kate, what do we got?
I be a parking ticket?
No, I am not a parking ticket. Elena?
Be ye a sunburn?
I do indeed be a sunburn.
I might have gotten a sunburn recently, and I paid quite the consequence for wearing a tank top in the middle of the sunny day.
Arr.
I'm not gonna get a sunburn. It's gonna be Kate, but I won't let her under my umbrella.
Ella?
I'm trying
Hey.
to out of the sun, you red-haired lass,
It's
the
dissolving.
fair-skinned red-haired lobster lady.
Elena,
Yes.
hearing this horrible tale of yours, you be earning these points fair and square. Here we go. Let's see if it was
Rock
worth it.
lobster.
Elena be getting 11 points.
Ah, yeah. And nobody can pirate. Unless John wants to, I guess, since he's in the game
John's
now.
a pirate.
I think if you reread that though, a parking ticket also fits that what you said.
Yes.
Because even it comes in like an orange envelope, and if you're not looking at the sign, anyway.
Arr. I'd be inclined to agree with you on the first 3 lines, but the final line that you headed me off on was, if you did not lube up, then you should be afraid. Unless
the
that's a
moving
reference.
up?
Is that like a reference to like motor oil or something?
Oh, I thought
Those
you meant
fines can be
because
pretty steep,
the,
is all I'm saying.
the parking ticket people were gonna, you need to lube up because you know you're gonna get it,
Oh my god, okay, we're gonna move on. Oh my god. All right, we're gonna do a point check-in for a moment. The point check-in starts off with Lance in the top of the order at 19 points. Elena be dogging at his heels with 18 points. We got the 1-point differential. And then Kate is sitting at 0 points because her pirating didn't pay off. So, for the D20 and potentially the tiebreaker, we're rolling into our final riddle. This one be a very special one.
I'm
Where is his
scared.
secret?
Like an
Where
after
it is
school special?
R.
Is the answer divorce? Or maybe latchkey children?
R. No, I'm
Today
sorry to
be a
disappoint.
very special riddle.
The answer be not divorce, although that'd be a pretty crazy left field thing to throw in for the final riddle.
This is a big, beautiful riddle. It's gonna have a big, beautiful answer.
It
Where
just
it is
includes the plot
temperate.
of It Takes Two. Sorry. Yes, go on with the
no.
riddle, please.
No, I like that tie-in. Maybe it'll be themed after A Way Out, and it'll be the answer will be prison. All right, I think these be niche jokes. I'd be excited if any of our audience understands what we're referencing.
Right.
Where it is temperate, we embrace the sky. In the far lands of Texas, best stay inside. For the hottest of regions, it can be quite mean. What doth it be? Hint, hint, maybe the theme.
Yar!
Alana.
Be ye the weather?
I not exactly the weather.
Oh!
Lance.
Be ye humidity?
No, I be not humidity. Kate.
Hey, this be a guess. The theme is it vacation?
No, the theme is not vacation. Audience, we had a guess from everybody here. Audience, I see Elena drumming at the bit, but no. No.
Yar! I think Keith got it.
Keith be sliding in to pick up that the answer was indeed summer.
Yeah!
Ah.
I got it after I said
I knew
weather.
it was somehow related to that. Beaches and
yes.
sun and
Very
heat.
close on weather, but it's weather during a certain time of year.
Yeah!
All right, Keith.
For the summertime riddle blues.
Now, Elena does still have a pirate, but we gotta roll Keith's points first.
I've been saving it for this moment.
Or indeed you have.
Pirate on Keith.
All right, Keith, you be coming in with 8 points.
I be pirating those points! I want the tie break!
I never, in 100 million years of piracy, I never would have predicted that you'd pirate those points. This
This is
one's for
exciting.
all the marbles. This one is for the golden chum bucket.
Want that chum bucket?
Elena,
I didn't get
you
the
be
points.
rolling 4 points.
Aw.
Which means that by a single point, Lance has taken the golden chum bucket.
Darn you, Lance!
Keith be pirating his own points. Let's see if he rolls a 20 and steals it out from under your nose.
Oh, Keith.
It's rolling for ages. No, he only be rolling a 6. Keith, you be making it out tonight with 8 points. Good job. You got on the board. Let's enjoy your chum in this golden bucket. Hang it high on your mental piece as a sign of pride.
I'm going to feed it to my ducks.
Make sure to wash your hands when you're done.
Oh my goodness, yes, I almost died between shows. Got me salmonella poisoning. Spent all kinds of time in the hospital. It was miserable.
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh,
It was
pirates
more
often get
sensation,
salmonella,
I
don't
can
they?
tell you.
It was
Is that
pretty
from
rough.
the duck,
It
or
was
is
really
it
rough.
from...
Did you get that?
I got they think I got it from the ducks.
Yeah, they've been raising ducks for a few months, and then
And they carry it?
One of them died. Yeah, one of them got sick and died. And yes, they do. They can carry it.
I have a pet
Yeah.
turtle that when I inherited it, the one thing they said was always wash your hands because it could have salmonella. And it's now been 20 years, but I still somehow am afraid that I'm going to get salmonella from that turtle.
Oh yeah, well
He's-
you don't want it. It almost took. Yeah, I had to. Yep, it was really, really, really serious.
we're
I
glad
have
that you
never-
made it through.
Yeah, I went
I-
in an ambulance, completely delirious, and my organs were shutting down because it was in my blood so bad. And that was after 2 days of being sick, is all. So,
Yeah, I ended up spending the better part of half a week in Indiana because I just got a text on Monday morning. Hey guys, not to frighten
No.
you, but your dad went to the ER and then an ambulance got called. And now he's at the hospital.
Well, I'm very glad you made it through. My goodness.
Yeah,
Me
for
too.
real.
oh,
You look
absolutely.
terrific.
Yeah. Hey, we rolled the body, and I got up and walked out of the hospital, so it was good.
And he's already working on getting that stamina point.
Yes, I need to get a greater restoration spell so I can get my stamina back. I do run out of steam. We got up, we were just pulling weeds and stuff in the yard today, and we started at about 8:30, and I think at about 1:30 I just said, I can't do anymore. I got to go sit down for the next 2 or 3 hours. It was a hard road.
One more quick aside. Speaking of things that burn your energy quickly, is the ATV free yet?
Oh yes, it's free. It's got a new wheel. Papa Mike cut through the wheel with a chainsaw when we were getting it out, so that required some additional.
Where was it stuck?
It was stuck in the middle of the swamp behind the house in like a natural spring. We thought that
Oh.
if I left it a few more days, it might actually sink out of sight.
Can we add Hodge Project story time as
So you
a
found
segment on the
yourself-
show?
You found yourself some quicksand in your backyard.
Yeah, they call it marl mud or something. It's basically it's like quicksand, only it's black.
Oh.
But yeah, you sink up to about your waist in it.
Yeah, if you want to see an example here, my shoes are covered.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
frightening.
Oh my lord.
You've been having some adventures.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Ugh.
actually that involved pallets because we were trying to use pallets to cross, and we drove too far before we put the next two pallets down, and we went off and we just went boom 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 boom.
What an awesome segue. So those pallets of filth are now up for grabs, and they're up for grabs in the next game that we play on Honor Among Thieves, which is called So You Think You're a Peasant. Okay, so you think you're a peasant time. So, for anybody who is lucky enough to own a copy of the Dungeon Crawl Classics rulebook, you can turn to page 22 and 23. I am going to roll my D100, and we are going to land at an occupation on this table, and the folks are going to have 2 minutes to find me the best facsimile or representation that they can of said object. And then you, our dear wonderful viewers, are going to have the opportunity to vote on whether Lance or Kate or Elena came back with the best version of the object after they give you their pitch. Is everybody prepared?
Ready.
All right. I don't know if we've done this. No, I think we have done this one before because I remember
Some exciting
Kate had-
entries.
I remember your entry. All right. I don't know if we've done this one before, so I don't think that we have. This will be intriguing.
We know we
You're,
haven't done it
uh,
with the producer on screen.
You're elven barristers,
Ooh.
and you need to bring me a book. Pick a book. Bring me a book. Pick a book.
Uh-oh.
Book off.
We can do this.
This is the fun element of So You Think You're a Peasant, where we have to. It's not necessarily if anybody can come up with something that's close at all to the answer. It's whether they can come up with a justification of why theirs is the best. All right. Elena has her book. I love watching you run back and forth.
I was running back like a Tom and Jerry chase scene. If I would have thought about it, I would have put the Benny Hill song on my phone while I was going back and forth.
Oh, all right. Now that we're on to that, do you know what the Benny Hill song is actually called?
No.
It is Yakety Sax.
Is it really?
Yakety
Don't talk
Sax.
that.
And we know
Yes.
this because Rob Swanson, in one of his campaigns that he ran for us, for I don't know, an hour and a half, he played it nonstop on a loop to torture us.
Wow.
That sounds
Rob
like
is
something Rob would
Dia-
do.
Yeah, he's pretty diabolical.
Yeah,
And
that
now
was
all I'm thinking
diabolical,
about is
Robbie.
the Yakety. There was a Yakety Sax like cartoon that was like a Nickelodeon cartoon, I think, and that was the theme song because he was a yak.
Aha! Yeah, you don't hear a lot of Yakety Sax on the
Oh.
And so Keith is saying
train.
it's by Ace Cannon. Is that, do you know? Is that who did it?
Do you think that we can make Martin watch a cartoon entirely just fabricated off of the premise that the name of the show is a pun?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably so, yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh, good. Yeah, so it's Yakety Sax by Ace Cannon. Who knew?
Wow.
You guys knew. That's who.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought, did you guys hear? I thought there was a cover done recently by Rutabaga Riot, though. Played with Rutabagas.
Yeah. They make some of the most rooted remakes you can get.
Yeah, actually,
I'm really rooting for you, Kate.
I
Rutabaga.
couldn't think of anything better. So.
After that joke, I'm rooting for you.
Oh, like root vegetables?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see who plucked the best book out of their bookshelf. Elena, I saw you come back first. Tell the people about your book.
And the reason I was running back and forth, not knowing where it was, I have my own grimoire with
Oh,
Oh,
whoa.
looky,
So-
looky.
and it
That is
is
a beauty.
a hand-bound piece of art with the rough edges and everything, and it's signed by 3 rogues known as the troupe the London Broil.
Is that
They're
human
jugglers.
flesh on the cover?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
I may or may not have found the volunteer for this book before I got it bound. It would cost a pretty penny. But it holds all of my, I'm actually pretty certain, yes, these are mostly dreams. This was my dream journal for a while.
Oh, I like it.
Amazing. Imagine the conjurations that we could do with that thing.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
we would
want
really
that.
know you.
You know, I think we need to match that by binding a new book out of the flesh of everybody who goes into the Iron Maiden at the Gaming Honors booth at Gen Con. All right, well, thank you for sharing your grip.
I'm
Sorry,
not
good
kidding.
lord.
Perfect.
I woke up this morning, and still at my age, I woke up all stressed out because for a few seconds I thought that I had a term paper due, and I hadn't done a damn thing on it. And I'm like, and then I was thinking, I wonder if I can get away with this Chat GPT nonsense. No, I'm gonna get caught. I haven't had a term paper due in like 40 years, 35 years.
Well,
No,
did you
that-
bring...
Those
no.
dreams don't go away.
Well, yeah, they do not. How many times have you not passed the bar or had to take the bar and not been ready?
The one that I have the most often, honestly, is like really ridiculous. But I when I was like basically high school age, I did some school shows, like musicals. And so then the dream that I have still pretty often is that I'm being put on stage, like pushed on stage, but it's a musical and I don't know the words to the song, nor do I know the song. And so then I'm on stage scatting. So like imagine a musical. Like, you got like the music man or something, and then I'm on stage like,
Hidey, 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 oh.
I'm the scat man. Skeet up, butt up.
Hey, you
I
can
have a
scat
treat
on the
so
Soul
often.
Train anytime you want.
No one will know that you're supposed to be saying lyrics if you just scat through it.
Man, I wish my nightmares had scatting in them. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Eddie Vedder and Michael Stipe did for their whole career? They just like
That's mumbling. It is close to scatting, though.
It's in the same family.
All right,
Ratu.
Mr. Hans, did you
Ratu.
did you bring a term paper for your book? Is that what your presentable is tonight? For so you think you're a peasant? Show us your term paper, Mr. Hodge.
Oh, I have a Dungeon Crawl Classics
Oh.
newly minted limited edition hardcover, still in the cellophane rule book with the city-state of the Invincible Overlords Wilderlands map on it.
It's a nice
Going
map.
for the
That I picked up at the secret warehouse dungeon.
Still in the
going
plastic,
for the
I see.
ethos with the
Still in the
Classics
plastic.
play. Mint edition.
It's got some
As they
beautiful
say.
artwork.
It does.
There you see. Oh, it's hard to see, but it's fabulous.
You can track yourself across this book.
Yeah.
I'm here.
That's
All
what I would
right.
use it
Well,
for.
well, that was pretty sleek. Kate, coming up. Last but not least, what is your book?
And so, as an elven barrister, the book that I was looking for was one of my many law books that's in Elvish, which I couldn't find. However, I did find a close proximity
Oh,
by way of this book, which actually Venus Boys 3 in the chat knew right away just by seeing the cover. It's Be Here
Wow.
Now. It's a really good classic mindfulness book, but it also has tons of cool elven law in it. You can just tell by how neat the papers are.
That is
Wow.
cool.
That is awesome.
so high level. How does Elvish law deviate from human law? What are
Oh my
some of the
gosh.
big?
Yes, there's
You-
quite a few ways. One being that
Life
Elvish
without
law has been
parole
around
is
a
a lot
long time.
longer.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, like all your penalties are like centuries long instead of just like it's 5 to 10, but it's not years, it's centuries.
Yeah, they've got human life sentence. That's the
Yes.
fascinating. Well, thank you, my
The
fine.
lawyers are all way better looking also in elven law.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Well, thank you, my fine barrister friends, for coming and sharing all of your grimoires with us. Everybody, I think it's time to vote now on which elven
It would be
barrister
time to vote.
brought their A game with their books this evening.
And the poll is up.
Ah, it is time to be a pollster. By the way,
So you think you can be a pollster?
just to throw it out there, the thing that I rolled initially that I know that we have already done before was tarot cards. Because Kate, I remember
Oh.
you just going,
Oh yeah.
"No, I have
And
tarot
I've gotten new ones since we did that episode.
cards." Jeez.
My collection grows.
I
bought
man.
some in New Orleans.
They're so cool.
Bless
They're
you.
kind of neat.
All
Getting your
right.
votes in.
Come on, everybody. Do we have any more votes to wait on?
Probably
I-
not.
Now that we're in a game, I just keep defaulting to pirate voice. My goodness.
Yeah.
It's
It's been happening.
it gets to you.
Yeah, but
It's
Martin's
hard to get
right.
started, but then once it's there, you cannot stop.
Yeah.
What is?
Can I have your vote, sir, please?
More votes.
Please.
sir.
Votes
Please
for
fill out the
four.
poll, please.
Votes for four.
I think
All
we'll
right.
be done.
I think we are done with the poll, and on the results of the poll, you will see that Elena's Dream Journal came out in first place. So Elena gets the beautiful Pallets of Filth that are newly minted with bog bog dirt water juice quicksand. Congratulations, Elena. Enjoy your Pallet of Filth. You're an inspiration
you.
to peasants everywhere.
Thank
You
you.
are
What voice
Thank
is
you.
this?
Thank you. He sounds like he's nervous
This-
and about to pee himself.
That's like the yeah. So you got captured by pirate voice.
Isn't that what peasants are
Yeah.
supposed to sound like? Why are you holding me prisoner here? Can I go home now? I miss my wife and children.
Elena, your pallet of filth can be used as a dwelling, a bed. You can use it for dinner, depending on what kind of filth you find on it. You can entertain guests on the pallet of filth. You'll find many uses for the pallet of filth.
I'm excited. I'm excited to bring it home. I'd like to thank the Academy and my parents and, Goodman Games and Gaming Honors for this opportunity. I did think in my acceptance speech of reading a little bit of said dream journal, but that is very cringy and I will not subset like that is I am too sober to bring that part
That's
out.
too much to ask.
You know what? What a
I thought page 1 would be, the dream of my life was winning the pallet of filth. It's right here in my dream journal. Dream to this day forever.
I manifested that in one that wasn't human skin and a skull.
fair enough. Well, if you ever imbibe a little bit and feel like sharing, you can always just start dumping passages in our Discord.
I
Yes.
might. We'll see what happens.
That would be a good use of the Discord for sure.
Who
Come on,
knows?
everyone, add your
I would
names
find
up.
that very fun.
Who knows? Elena, about 3 whiskeys in the middle of Gen Con, might just go, you know what? Just start typing.
While I wait for more Gen Con updates, let me share something with you.
Word for you.
All right. Well, we have one more segment to wrap up for tonight. It is the segment where we check in on whether everybody is able to survive another evening of very trying adventure talk. It's called Roll the Body. All right. So this thing that I'm wearing right here is a hero pin. Check out the
Ah.
hero pin. Right now I'm in the green because I'm feeling good. If I was in the yellow, I'd be beaten up. And then red is almost dead until you are dead. We will use our hero pins in a moment. I think Elena might be going to get hers to check if we survived. So, when you die in Dungeon Crawl Classics, you can try to have your body rolled, and if you roll under your luck score, you survive. Our luck score tonight, woo, hero pins, is it's the first of the month. I'm gonna roll on a d20, and we're gonna subtract 1 from the result, and
feeling good.
that is gonna be what you have to roll under. So I could roll high, and it's an easy roll, or I could roll low and leave all of you in a horrible, horrible situation. I rolled an
You'd never
11,
do that.
so if you roll under a 10, you survive. Show everybody on your hero pin how you made out. You say that. You say easy.
I'm alive.
Oh, and that 1 is the perfect roll the body score. You sprout up like a spring chicken. Kate, looks like you're good
I got
as
a
well.
2. I'm good. Feeling good.
And
Uh-oh.
uh,
We know what happened to him.
yep. All right. Well, I guess Lance's life. Not only is Lance dead, the live stream is dead for Lance. Are we still good? Are we, okay. Yeah, no, he must have rolled a natural 20 and it fried his computer. All right, guys. Well, Elena, thank you so much for jumping on. It was so great to chat with you more actively tonight and have you on as a guest and talk about fun things that we got coming up and sharing in the excitement in the game. So, everybody give Elena a big thanks for all the help that she does on the show every single week, not just her serving as a wonderful guest tonight. If you had a good time tonight and you enjoyed the show, there is a huge backlog to watch. If you haven't already seen all of our other episodes, they are posted up on YouTube 1 to 2 weeks after the shows go up. And this show is not the only place that you can interact with us either. There are a couple places that you can see us. Kate, where is one of them?
On Instagram, you can go to Gaming Honors RPG.
And Elena, where else?
I'm gonna probably get this wrong, but it's Facebook at Honor Your Game.
That is totally correct.
Yeah!
And the last place that you can also find us is you can subscribe to our email list at gaminghonors.com. We would love to hear from you and keep you in the loop on all the cool things that we got coming up. All right. I think that covers everything. Hopefully we will see you all again in a couple of weeks. Until then, take care and thank you for tuning in. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Bye, guys!